In the name of Allah, hello my dear students in our distance learning by Mr. مسعد Sabir and the English supervisor, Mr. Ahmed Shurbini. Al-Aus Private School for Boys. Our lesson today is for Traveler 2, lesson 13, page 25, vocabulary and grammar. Okay, let's go to your notes on page 25. Please, my dear students, open your notes on this page 25, and follow me. At first, let's read the words. You must repeat the words after me. Okay, let's start. Qualification, qualification, previous, previous, fluent, fluent, literate, literate, experience, experience, degree, degree, overtime, overtime, reflexive pronoun, reflexive pronoun. This is a short form of the word pronoun. Okay, let's go to the grammar. Our grammar today is about reflexive pronouns. What are reflexive pronouns at first? Like you see in this table, this is subject pronouns, and this is object pronouns, and this is the reflexive pronouns. As you see, we are going to explain how to use reflexive pronouns in sentences or questions. But first, let's know the reflexive pronouns. I, myself, you, yourself, he, himself, she, herself, it, itself, we, ourselves, you, yourselves, they, themselves. They are the subject pronouns and the reflexive pronouns for them. Okay. How we use reflexive pronouns in sentences? We use reflexive pronouns as objects of verbs when the subject and the object of the verb are the same. Like this example, I bought myself an expensive pair of shoes. Here, the subject and the object are the same, because he wants to say that he bought or I bought a thing for myself. I bought myself an expensive pair of shoes. Okay. And we use reflexive pronouns as objects of prepositions when the object of the preposition is the same as the subject of the verb. Like you see in the example, he never talks about himself. He never talks about himself. Here, he wants to say that he never talks about himself, like you see in the example. He relates to the reflexive pronoun himself, and it comes after the preposition about. We use by plus reflexive pronoun to show that someone does something alone, without any help from anyone else. When I wanted to say I can cook by myself, here I want to tell you that I do this thing by myself without any help. Okay, there are two pronouns, one or once. We use one when we don't want to repeat singular countable nouns. Like you see in the example, which coat is yours? Here in this question, he asks about the coat, and when I want to answer, I can say the black one. Here he used the pronoun one instead of coat. We can say the black coat. But if we don't want to repeat the singular countable noun, we use instead the pronoun one. And we use once when we don't want to repeat a plural countable noun. If we say which coats is yours, which coats are yours. In this question, we say coats and it is plural noun. In the answer we can say the black coats, or we can say the black ones. Okay, my dear students, let's read the reflexive pronouns again, or read the subject and object and reflexive pronouns. I, me, myself. You, yourself. It's for singular. He, him, himself. She, her, herself. It, itself. We, us, ourselves. We must put we under it, and we must put us under it to be right in your notes, my dear students. Okay, you, yourselves. But when we wanted to speak about plural, they, them, themselves. Okay, as I told you before, they are subject pronouns, and they are object pronouns, and they are reflexive pronouns. When I can use subject pronouns in sentences, when I want to start a sentence, I use subject pronouns. When I want to start sentence or statements, like some examples: I can swim, you can play tennis, he is reading, like this. And object pronouns, we use them after the verb or after some prepositions, like some examples too. He gave me a book. here in this example, we put the object pronoun after the verb gave. Or we can say he can play with him. Here we use the object pronoun him after the preposition with. And finally, like I told you, we use reflexive pronouns when the subject and the object are the same, or as objects of prepositions with the object of preposition is the same as subject of the verb, or by or after the preposition by, when I want to say that I did the thing by myself without any help. Okay, my dear students, in the end, I'd like to thank you for your follow. I hope you repeated the words correctly after me and understood how to use reflexive pronouns in questions and answers. Thank you, and wait me in the next video with exercises page 26. Goodbye.